Another episode of What You Talking About, Willis. Here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is, I don't know if y'all saw, but my guy Elon Musk. Again, I don't know what side he's on, conservative, Democrat, whatever. I don't know what side he's on, but I don't know if y'all saw that interview with the BBC interview guy that he was sitting down with. And I know it's about 3 minutes long, but the way he exposed the left media and how they try to manipulate things. And then when you question them about it, they don't know what to say. They always deflect. And it was good to watch him see the guy that he was talking to, or the guy that he was interviewing. The dude didn't know what to say. It was absolute gold. Elon, if you see this video, I commend you for that, man. That was awesome. And that's how you got to handle these lefty clowns, man. Because they don't know what they talk about. All they do is say one thing. They got nothing to back it up. And then when you question them on it, they look like clowns, right? And then Elon showed and proved why this dude is part of the Ku Klux Klownsmen. Let me pull this video up for y'all. It was absolute gold, and we're going to go listen to it. So there's Elon right there. He's getting interviewed by this guy, the BBC reporter. I guess his name is James Clayton. This tweet is from Censored Men. That's why I first saw the video. It popped up on my timeline. And this is absolute gold. I know it's about 4 minutes, about 4 minutes long, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to hold y'all today. There's a couple of videos I want to get to, but this is my fire starter right here. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. I ain't trying to steal your key phrases, man, but this is a fire starter right here, man. And I know everybody's gonna be talking about it. If you haven't seen it in the past couple of days, I saw this video and I was like, I have got to let y'all see this if y'all haven't seen it. So let's get right to it.
I would only just add that we have spoken to people who have been sacked that used to do content moderation, and we've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company.
What hate speech are you talking about? I mean, you use Twitter,
right?
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
but just a personal anecdote, like what do you? I don't.
Personally, for you, I would see I get more of that kind of content, yeah, personally. But I'm not going to talk to the rest of Twitter.
You see more.
Already, this man hasn't come up with something. He asked him a basic question. What kind of hate speech do you see? Already deflecting. He hasn't answered the question yet.
Hate speech personally.
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Okay, where is it? You keep saying it, right? He keeps saying, I see this, I see this, I see this, I see this. Where is it?
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something.
Look at Elon. Oh, look at Elon right now. Look at him. Man, it's just like his spidey senses is already up, right? His spidey senses is already up. Honestly, I don't even think they prepped him for this question. I think this is his straight raw reaction. I don't think they told him that they were going to ask this question and kind of blindsided him. And he already got his spidey senses up. So he already like, what you mean, right? He asked him twice already. By the way, there's 2 times where he asked him, give me something specific. Man's is still deflected.
Slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm
just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples.
Okay, another time he's asked for a specific example. Watch.
And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use it.
Look at it. Look at this. This man cannot answer the question. He cannot give an example. He's accused Twitter of hate speech, and he cannot give an example. We're only a minute and 30 into this little clip, and he cannot give an example. And these are the people that I deal with all the time, and that's why they are part of the Ku Klux Klaunsmen. That's what they're a part of, because they don't know what they're talking about. They just spew this stuff to you, right? All on social media. Hate speech, hate speech, hate speech, hate speech. They say that. They get confronted, and this is what they sound like.
Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why, because I don't actually use that feed.
I'm sorry for the big smile on my face. I know y'all watching like, why is this dude got a goofy smile on his face as he washes? But this is just gold right here. This might be the best example of catching these clowns in a lie, because that's all they do is lie and they make stuff up. I'm sorry. All right, let me shut up.
Feed anymore because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
And
said
actually,
you-
a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a
my
second.
followers.
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and
Well, then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so you haven't used it in a while. Lon asks him, okay, how do you know? Then he goes, I've been using it for however time. This dude these are the clowns. All right, let me shut up. I'm sorry, let me shut up.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen that for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
You can't give a single one.
And I'm saying,
Then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
That's false.
no. What I
You
claimed,
just lied.
What? No.
Look at Lon's face right now. Look at Lon's face. He's like, bro, I got you. I got you right now. Look at his face. I think he's about as surprised as we are watching this right now. He's like, I'm asking you a direct question. You've made all these accusations about Twitter and about the hate speech being all over Twitter and that it's not being policed enough. I'm asking you for a direct example and you're giving me nothing. All you're doing is deflecting. He's called him out. It's like, you're lying.
What I claimed was there are many organisations that say that that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my
Give me
feed
one
or
example.
not, I mean, right, and
Literally
you look
can't
at
name
something
one.
like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK, they will say that. So
Look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a
Right.
single example. You can't name one.
right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
And then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting
You
anywhere.
literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
That's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain.
Look at him. Now he want to move on. Look at this. He didn't answer. He didn't give one example. He did not answer the question at all. He's been asked like 7 times now. Give me a clear example of hate speech that you've seen, that you claim is not being policed on Twitter, and he has given no example. He's given no example. And then once you confront him on it, right? Let's go to the next question. These guys, man, I swear. Hey, Lon, listen. Lon, if you see this, man, thank you. Lon, thank you very much. This might be the most clear, concise video of catching these mainstream media clowns lying, confronted, and they don't answer and they deflect every time. Every time. I can stop the show right now and be done. I can stop the show right now. It'll be done. Lon has stole my show. Lon, you stole my show, man. This is gold. Lon, if you see this, man, thank you. And give me a flight to space or something. Or give me like a flight suit or something, man. Because this, with your autograph on it, man. I need that. I need to put that on the wall somewhere, man. I just need a Lon spacesuit or a Tesla or something with your autograph on it, and I'll be good, man. This is the show right here. I can end it right here. This is, look at this dude, man. Look, he don't know what he talking about. Look at Lon's stature, right? He's like, is anybody here? I bet you he's like, is anybody hearing this guy right now? I know they didn't prep him for this question. I know they did.
COVID misinformation.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through the video. I really am. I'm trying to get through this video. This is great. This is great content right here, man. Lon, I'm sorry. All right, let me finish this video.
You
Amazing.
changed the COVID misinformation.
Has
rules.
BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
Look at him. Can't even answer the Look at this. The silence. Look at this dumbfounded look on his face. Look at the dumbfounded look on this dude's face, man. Look at that. He's an idiot. He's a mainstream media idiot. You look like a clown right now, man. He ain't got nothing to say. Look at that dumb look on his face. Y'all lucky I don't curse. Because there will be another word after the dumb, but I don't curse. So look at this dumb look on his face, man. Part of the Ku Klux Klansmen, man. He's an honorary member of the Ku Klux Klansmen, man. The mainstream media does nothing but lie to you all the time. It's been proven over and over again. You bring up COVID, and he questioned him on that. He was like, all right, have y'all changed y'all's stance on the lies that y'all were telling about COVID? Have y'all done that? Look at him. Can't say nothing.
I'm literally asking you about, you changed the labels, the COVID misinformation labels. They used to be a policy, and then disappeared. Why do that?
Well, COVID is no longer an issue. Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations? And not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policies? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, you thought it wasn't?
I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear. Let's talk about something else.
All right, man, I'm done. That's about the end of the video.
Right,
Yeah,
BBC.
too.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Look at him. Look at this, man. That right there, my friends. That right there is gold. Lon, thank you so much for that. That video is awesome. My mans couldn't even answer one single question. You didn't even ask him many questions. You asked him one question. One question. Give me an example of hate speech that you've seen on your Twitter feed that's not being policed correctly. My man had no answer, not one answer. And this is what I'm talking about the mainstream media. Stop watching the mainstream media. It does nothing for you. It's no good in it for you. They just lie over and over again. They've proven it over and over again that they lie every time. I don't even know how much more I can say this, but the mainstream media lies. I'll say it again. The mainstream media lies. I'll say it again. The mainstream media lies. They lie. My man's had no answer. And then he sat there with the dumbest look on his face. Did you change your policies about COVID? Why aren't you not reporting about the side effects of the COVID vaccine? Or the inadequacy about wearing masks? How come you didn't change that? My man sat there for 2 seconds or 3 seconds of silence. I'm telling y'all, go watch that again. Again, I found that on my Twitter feed. The Twitter page that I got it from is from Censored Men. That I saw that. I was like, I gotta start the show with that. That was great. That was great. Elon, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I could end the show right here, but I just got a couple more videos to talk about. Going to my next topic or my next video that I saw on the tweets. Um, your boy Greg Popovich. So this guy Popovich thinks he's some kind of spokesman for the black community, the left community, Democrats or whatever. He thinks he's some kind of spokesman. I don't know why we put him up on a pedestal, that his voice is gold because he can coach basketball. That's about all we see you for, man. You're a good basketball coach in the NBA. That's it. Your word has no weight. You sound like the rest of these clowns. So here's a video of him going off about gun control, right? And going off about Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz simply said, we want to stop shootings happening in our schools. We want to stop innocent kids from being killed by deranged, evil people with guns. We got to arm up the schools. That's what we got to do. That's the society we live in. That's the way we got to go move. That's the way we got to move forward. I'm all for it. Arm these schools to the T. It shouldn't be easy to get into an elementary school, a middle school, or a high school. It shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't be easy. And I'm not saying that arming schools is going to completely stop shootings. I'm not saying that. But people act different when the rounds are flying back at them, right? They act different. I think I heard something that the shooter in Tennessee, he was actually targeting another school, but the security was too good. So he targeted a less secure space. Listen, police officers, they ride around and they have firearms as part of their duty gear and they still get shot, right? So, I'm not saying having firearms present is an end-all, be-all, safe, secure to stop evil people. It's not, but it's definitely a deterrent. And what do we got right now? We got schools with nothing in them and just innocent people getting mowed down. How about having a chance for the kids to have a way to fight back, a chance at survival? Arm these schools up. Arm these schools up. It should be schools should be fortresses. Listen to guys like Greg Popovich speak about gun control when he's in an arena that's protected by police officers all around the arena every game. There's police there every game. There's police there by the bench. There's police scattered out in the crowd. There's security all over the place. And this dude want to talk about, what are you talking about arming schools? Bro, everywhere you go, there's armed security. Everywhere you go. See, people are privileged like him, like these clowns. They don't realize that because they're used to it, right? Because there's guns all around them. They got protective detail all around them. Every game that he coaches, there's protective detail there. There's police there at every game that he coaches at. Every arena. I'll let y'all listen to this guy, man. Let me bring him up.
Most of you in this room, when we were in school, we worried if Nancy would dance with us on Friday after the football game or something. That was our anxiety. But they're going to cloak all this stuff, the myth of the Second Amendment, the free.
First of all, the Second Amendment is not a myth. That's our right to bear arms. We have that right to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government and to protect ourselves from the evil in this world, to protect my family by someone trying to come in here and do harm to my family. I have the right as an American citizen to stop that act and protect myself and my family. I have that right. We have, unfortunately, in society today, we have evil people. Actually, throughout the history of human beings, there has always been someone evil trying to hurt innocent people. But now, my rights in this country gives me the opportunity to protect that and prevent that from happening. And I'm thankful for that right. So this guy's talking about a myth. Stop listening to these lefty. Stop listening to these Ku Klux Klansmen. He's another honorary member. Another honorary member right here. Ku Klux Klansmen.
You know, it's a myth, it's a joke. It's just a game they play.
See, these guys tell you it's a joke because they don't live like we live, normal, everyday, average American citizen, middle class citizen. They don't live the lives that we live. Like we got to deal with everybody out here. We got to protect ourselves. He don't live that. He got security details at every game on the bus, escorting them. They got police escorts to games and stuff like that. He don't live in the world that we live in. So he can say stuff like that because he don't got to experience nothing like that. This guy's a clown, man.
That's freedom. Is it freedom for kids to go to school and try to socialize and try to learn and be scared to death that they might die that day?
100%, man. Should kids be worried about that? No. But this is where we are as society. I would love to just be, carefree, send my kids to school, and just not have to worry about nothing like that. Hey, the worst thing he has to worry about is what he's going to eat for lunch. Or is he going to go outside for recess? Or what games they're going to play outside when they go to recess, right? I want him to be worried about, I want to get good grades. I want to have a good report card. I want them to be worried about that. But that's not reality. We live in a world of reality, okay? The reality is there are evil people in this world. And right now, they're targeting soft zones. Soft zones are places that are no guns allowed, all that noise, because there's no resistance. All the school resource officers out there, I thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys have a unique duty to protect our kids in these schools. And usually it's only one or two of y'all. And I thank y'all about them from someone that has kids. I appreciate y'all being there. And I appreciate the states and the counties that aren't getting rid of school resource officers, that are actually empowering them to keep the schools safe. So thank you.
But Ted Cruz will fix it because he's going to double the number of cops in the schools.
Yes. Yeah, dummy. Yes, dummy. Gregory, okay? Listen to me, man. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. I know you're good at coaching basketball. Yeah, you're good at that. Stay doing that, okay? Keep coaching basketball. You're good at that. We know that. You're good at coaching basketball. What you're talking about right now, you have no clue what you're talking about, bro. You sound like an idiot. Arm the schools. So a guy that's deranged and has a firearm won't go to the school and shoot up innocent people. There are plenty of retired, plenty ex-military, plenty of strong, abled men that are trained properly with firearms that can do that job. We've got to arm these schools, man. We got to stop the shootings at the schools. It is what it is. Whether you like it or not, Gregory, okay? It has to be done. What solution do you have? I tweeted this the other day. If y'all don't follow me on the tweets, man, at Mr. Willis23, give me a follow on there. The leftist new slogan is this: sensible gun laws. What does that even mean? Sensible gun laws. What does that mean? I don't know if you know the definition of what a criminal is, okay? So let me break this down for you. Criminals don't follow the law. So whatever gun law you think you're going to put out, whatever rules and regulations you think you're going to put out that'll stop criminals from committing crime, it's not going to work. The everyday law-abiding citizen, we're going to follow all the rules and regulations to make sure that we own our firearms legally, and we're going to train and properly use them. The law-abiding citizens are going to follow the law. Criminals aren't going to follow the law, Gregory. It's just as simple as that. Criminals are not going to follow the law. Stop blaming the guns for evil people. It's not the guns. Okay? It's not the guns. It's evil people that want to do harm. That's it. And if it's not guns, it's going to be something else. It's going to be bombs. It's going to be people mowing down crowds with cars. Okay? It's going to be people stabbing people. Okay? It's going to be people doing whatever they want to do to commit harm to someone else. They're going to find a way. So taking away guns from everybody is not going to solve that issue. But we do have an issue with the schools being shot up, and we can solve that issue. We can drastically stop schools from being targeted by simply arming up the schools. You want to send all that money to Ukraine? How about arming the schools? Let's finish. Let me let this guy finish. Sorry that y'all got to sit through this.
That's what he wants to do. Well, that'll create a great environment. Is that freedom? Or is it freedom to have a congressman who can make a postcard with all his family holding rifles, including an AR-15 or whatever? Is that cool?
He wants sensible gun laws. Right? He wants sensible gun laws. Take every gun away. But then you don't want to protect the schools by putting more guys with firearms at the schools. You make no sense, bro. And that's what I'm talking about. Again, another honorary member, Gregory, of the Ku Klux Klaunsmen. Try saying that 3 times. All right. I know I've taken up a lot of your time, but I got another video I want to show y'all. Now, this one, it's hard for me to watch. And this is for my parents out here or anyone who has, children in their family, whether it's your children, whether it's your niece and nephew, granddaughters, grandsons, have friends with kids. I don't know why kids are under attack right now, but that's exactly what's happening. Children are under attack. Women are under attack. I don't understand feminism right now. They're letting men dress up as women and take up the female spaces, sports and stuff like that. I don't understand it, but that's what's under attack right now. But the children are really under attack. And this next video, again, it's hard for me to watch this. You have a show, I think it's a Dutch TV show, where they have a group of kids. It looks like they're from ranges from 8, 10 to 11 years old. And they bring out these people, have them stripped naked in front of these kids and explain genitalia and about their body and about their transformations, their double mastectomies. I don't know. Honestly, when I saw this video, I didn't know what I was watching, and it's pretty sad. So, if you got children and stuff in nearby, don't let them see this. This video is hard for me to watch. I really don't want to play this, but it has to be addressed. They are trying to sexualize children, trying to bring in pedophilia. It's all a way to bring this stuff and make it seem like it's normal, but it's not normal. Under my watch, I'm not going to have it. I'm going to call it out every time. It's not right. It's evil. It's sick. It's disgusting. There's no way you should be bringing out kids, elementary school age kids, no matter what. I don't even care if it was transgender or not transgender folk. I don't care if it was just females, males trying to do some sex education on genitalia and they just naked. I don't want that. But I don't understand why we're trying to pander to the kids. Why we're trying to sell this to kids. And another thing, where is the parents? I think that's what's killing me the most about this. Where are the parents doing this? Who's putting their children up there on stage to sit here and go through this and watch this? Parents, it's on you. They should be arrested and thrown in jail. They should be arrested and thrown in jail. There's no way as a parent, you're supposed to protect your children from stuff like this. Your duty as a parent is to protect your children from the evilness in the world. There's a way to teach them and there's a way to talk about it, but there's a time for that. There's a time and a place for that. Their minds are developing, right? There's some stuff that they shouldn't have to go through at an early age, right? It comes with time. And as a parent, your task with protecting them and teaching them so they can go out into society and know the good, the bad, the evil, and the ugly. But this is, I'm telling y'all, this is sick. What you're about to see, if you haven't seen it already, I'm warning you, you're going to be mad at the end of this. And I hope you're not mad at me for showing it, but be mad at what they're trying to put out here in front of your kids. It's sick, man. And I'm tired of it.
Welkom bij Gewoon Bloot. In Gewoon Bloot gaan volwassen mensen.
Okay. I know y'all can't see the words. Adults. It says, and simply naked adults get undressed so that we can learn something about it. Look at these kids. Look at the kids right now. These kids look like they're 6, 7, 8. If that. I'd probably say the oldest is maybe 10 or 11. What parents are putting their kids in this situation? This is sad. It really is.
Geen heel uit de kleren zodat wij er wat van kunnen leren. Deze kinderen uit groep 7 en 8.
Okay, so they're 10 to 12. They get an opportunity to ask them questions about their naked body. That's what it says. I know y'all can't see it because my big face is in the way. It says they get the opportunity to ask questions to these people about their naked bodies. Why? These kids are 10, 11, and 12, and they only should be concerned about their bodies, not anybody else's, especially not no whole adult. Who are the adults that are volunteering for this? I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on out here.
Aan hen alles vragen over hun blote lichaam. En vandaag hebben we als gasten transgenders.
Okay. Apparently on this show right here, all the guests are transgenders. All the guests are transgender. So somebody from that community has to tell me, why does this need to be paraded to 10 to 12-year-olds? Why do you have to do this? What is this about? Don't tell me it's for educational purposes, because it's not. Because there's other ways to educate besides putting full-grown transgender adults in front of kids. See, this is where we draw the line. Nobody has a problem with you wanting to be transgender. If you want to be transgender, fine. Go live your life, be transgender, live a normal life like everybody else. Nobody's going to care. As a matter of fact, if y'all were just to stop parading it around and force feeding everybody, about transgenderism and all the other stuff, nobody would care. Nobody would pay attention to you. And that's all you want, right? Is that nobody pay attention to you. But yet you're bringing the attention to yourself, and there's a line we cross. And you've went past that line. You've went past that line. You're now having full-grown adults, fully naked, in front of children. There's a whole lot of things that's wrong here. From the people volunteering, to the program, to the parents bringing their kids and sitting them in front of this. There's a whole lot of problems here that need to be addressed. The line has been crossed. Cross. Has been crossed. Way too much going on here.
Het gaat echt om het gevoel wat je van binnen hebt.
Ja, en dat
Look at this. Look at this mess. Again, I'm sorry that y'all have to see this again. This is hard for me to watch too. I saw it the first time. I was like, what am I looking at here? The kids don't need to see anything like this. The kids don't need to see anything like this.
dat kan je gewoon hebben, maar daar kan je ook iets mee doen, zoals ik ook een operatie gedaan.
They're talking
maar je kan
about
ook
surgery.
transgender zijn en geen operaties ondergaan.
Zie heb ik wel wat in mijn broek, maar ik heb nog steeds.
Again, they're probably speaking in Dutch. It's not in English. I know I'm blocking the words. If you want to go see, what they're saying. But look how mortified these kids look. They're mortified, these kids look. They're mortified. I don't really have much else to say. I don't even need to play this video even more. There's nothing much for me to say here. The look on these kids' face is enough for me. There's no way that they should be introduced to stuff like this. Look at this poor girl's face. Look at her face. I just wish I could just be there, just snatch them right out of that. And drop kick all the people that's on the stage right there. And drop kick all the producers of this show and the parents too for putting these kids in this situation. This is horrific. I'm not playing any more of this video. I'm sorry. I know I was going to play more. But I'm sorry. I just can't. Enough with this mess. It's out there for you to see. So if you want to watch the video, go watch. But this is what's going on out here. They're attacking the children. They're trying to sexualize your children. They're trying to make it okay for adults to be in sexual situations with children. And I know it's a little bit more serious conversation, but I'm more mad that I even have to have this conversation. Ain't no way, in no shape or form, should grown adults, whether you're transgender or not, be stripping down fully naked in front of 10 and 12-year-olds for them to ask questions about their bodies. No, that's what your parents are for. As they grow, as their body changes and develops, the parents are there to explain to them what's going on. That's how things should go. Stuff like that should never happen. Should never happen. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard because this stuff's not right. It's not right. It needs to be stopped. This is sick. The look on the girl's face is stuck in my head now, and I just wish I could be there to just snatch her up out of there, cover her eyes, and just say, come on, come with me. You don't need to see this. The parents that put their kids in this situation is, I don't know. Again, that video is hard for me to watch, but it has to be addressed. Talk about the great Matt Walsh. Matt, you're awesome. The way he talks about what is a woman. If you haven't seen that documentary, please go watch. Very good. Like I said, the attack on women and women's spaces, females. I don't know where feminism is right now, but I need y'all to be louder. I need y'all to step up, okay? But Matt Walsh is he's at a speaking event, and I don't know the exact name of the speaking event, but a transgender female, I believe, a man that's transitioning into a woman, confronts him, right? And asks him a bunch of stupid questions. And the way Matt Walsh just destroys this person, it's absolute gold. I love it. So I'm going to play it for y'all. And I want y'all to enjoy the greatness of Matt Walsh and how he deals with this.
How would you define a woman? Because you've asked other people up here to define how we would define a woman. How would you define a woman, Mr. Walsh?
An adult human female.
Sounds about right to me.
And how don't trans people, how doesn't a transgender woman fit that definition?
Because they're not female. They have You said that you are a biological male, correct?
I said I'm transgender. I might be intersex for all we know. About almost as many people in the world are.
I love Matt Walsh's face. He's the look on his face while he gets asked these stupid questions, and I know he's trying to hold it back and be professional. Well done to you, Mr. Matthew Walsh, because I don't know if I can be as professional as you are when you're handling these or put in these situations, but you got more experience than me, so way to go.
Transgender as intersex, and
Well,
a lot of people don't know.
well, but that's a different conversation. Intersex, that's a genetic anomaly, that's a medical condition. So that's a completely different conversation. That's also that's not a third gender. That's a genetic anomaly that occurs within the sex binary of male and female. So what you're saying is that a quote unquote trans woman is a female.
By the definitions I'm familiar with, yes.
What does the definitions I'm familiar with mean? That to me means that you're just making up stuff. Whenever somebody says something stupid like that, the definitions I'm familiar with or my truth or anything like that, it's all what they made up in their crazy mind. Nothing factual about the definitions that I'm familiar with. What does that mean?
So how would you define?
Matt Walsh's face.
Through my training,
What training? How do you have to train to be a female? So you telling me that you have to go do training to become a female? What training is that?
in healthcare, there are several different categories for how we define sex. People bring up chromosomes. People also bring up hormone levels. People bring up all sorts of other categories. Lots of people don't fit neatly into a gender binary, even people we don't consider to be intersex. It's a complicated spectrum.
Matt, I love it, man. I can see his mind. Matt, I see your mind trying to understand and comprehend what you're being asked and what you're being told right now. I can see it on your face because it's the same face I have. We're all sitting here like, what is this guy talking about? I don't know how you do it, Matt. I really don't, man. But again, props to you.
It's not complicated, but you also didn't define. So what is a woman? What is a female? What do these words mean?
It's complicated, and I know you're not going to like that answer, but that's because there are no simple answers in human biology.
Let me ask you a question.
You guys,
Can I ask you
well,
one last
hang
question?
on. Just let me finish. You guys like to bring up high school level biology classes a lot. I get that a lot, but people who go on to more complicated biology classes will talk about sex as a spectrum.
It's not. It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of shit, the ones that would say that. There are
All right.
there are male gametes and female gametes. Oh, I had one last question.
So I'm sure this person tried to walk off because they have nothing else to say. Everything that they spew and try to say is true. Matthew Walsh just crushed it because it makes no sense. It's not real. It's not truth. They're just making it up.
I just have one quick. Can you come back for 1 second? Because this is an important question. You said you're an EMT. Okay, if you're responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency, and they say to you, "I think I'm having a miscarriage." Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Clown. Look at it. Nothing to say. Nothing to say. I tell y'all, man, these are the people that I deal with. There's nothing to say. A man cannot have a miscarriage. Why? Because they can't have babies. Why? Because he's not a female. It's that simple. Look at the stupid look on his face. He's got nothing to say. Because the truth is, men can't be women. Women can't be men. You can dress it up all you want. You can think whatever you want in your mind. Hey, this is what I am. Mentally, physically, you're not. You can dress it up, change it up, cut it up, switch it up, all you want. But at the end of the day, whatever sex you're born with, that's what you are. And that's the end of that.
No, but
Okay.
that's because some people don't have body parts. Doesn't mean they're not a woman.
Okay. Sounds like we've established there are some people who, in principle, can get pregnant, and there are some people who can't. So there's two categories, otherwise known as binary.
Lots of women can't get pregnant either.
Yeah, but they're still of the nature to get pregnant. The only
But
reason
they can't get pregnant.
Yes, but
truth matters, right?
it does. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Truth matters, and they can't get pregnant. That's the truth. So how are they still women?
Because they are for the same reason that I can rightly say that human beings have two legs. And if a person is born with only one leg, that doesn't call into question the statement that human beings have two legs, okay? A person being born with one leg doesn't mean that now legs are on a spectrum and we can't say anything at all about how many legs a person has. Who knows? They could be a centipede. You know, they could have 100 legs. No, we know human beings have two legs. If a human is born without two legs, something went wrong. They were supposed to have that second leg. Something went wrong. If you meet a person on the street who only has one leg, maybe they had an accident. Maybe they were in war. Maybe they were in a car accident. Maybe they had cancer. A leg was cut off. But you know that something went wrong because by their nature, they're supposed to have two legs. Same thing for a woman. A woman by her nature can get pregnant. A man by his nature never can. So if you meet a woman of childbearing age, say she's 28 years old, and she can't get pregnant, you know automatically that something has gone wrong. And she can go to the doctor and find out what that thing is, even if they can't fix it. So that proves that women by their nature can get pregnant, because the simple fact that she can't shows you that there's something wrong. This is what is known as the exception that proves the rule. Whereas if a male with a penis can't get pregnant, no doctor on earth is going to run tests to see what's wrong with it. Because they already know it's that he's a male, and there's only male and female, those who get pregnant and those who can't. So, that's it.
I don't have nothing else to say about that, man. This is the people that I got to deal with. These are the people that, are trying to push this agenda that, men can be females and they can get pregnant and all sorts of stuff. Just not the case. I don't understand why we just can't accept the fact that men are men and women are women. And in your mind, you identify as one thing. That's on you. That's your life. And I'm not here to judge you on what you decide or think you are, right? If you want to go around and say, hey, I'm a cat, and put on cat ears and crawl around, go ahead, all right? But don't sit here and tell me that you need to go to the vet because something's wrong. No, you need to go to the hospital because that's where humans go. You're not a cat. Anyways, man, I appreciate your time. I got one last video. I know I've been talking for a while now. One last video. Shout out to my man Zeke. Follow my man Zeke Arkham on the tweets. Me and him have done a podcast together. That's an awesome dude, man. Dude's hilarious. This video that I'm gonna end with something hilarious. I saw it today, and when I tell you, I laughed for like a good 30 minutes because this dude is a straight fool. And I'm gonna send y'all on your way with this gold. So check out my man. Go follow him. That's his page right there. Zeke Arkham. Go follow him on the tweets. And check him out. Man's be spitting some facts. He does have a podcast, so check him out on his podcast as well. But let's check this out, and then I'm out of here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the original Cop Dad 2,
and I'm running for president of PSG. There are a few reasons that we're running this campaign this year. One has to do with I believe in the vision.
Bean pies, my brothers and sisters, bean pies. My name is Shaka Luther King Jr. X, and I have a dream one day.
Hey Zeke, the way you just came out there with this gear on, bro, is hilarious. This man said bean pies.
Sean King, don't get that, bro. I have a dream one day. Rachel Dolezal won't have to perm her hair and kink it out in order for it to look natural. I have a dream one day. NRA didn't land on me. I landed on the NRA. And then white people and pineapples with pizza. We don't get rid of it. Oh, I have a dream.
Oh my God, man, this dude's hilarious. Hey Z, man, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me use that. I appreciate you. Like I said, y'all go follow him on the tweets. Good dude, man. Like I said, we've done podcasts together. Look forward to doing some more with you. But he said I could use it, man. And y'all enjoy that. Go follow his page. But I'm sorry it's been a while that I had a video out, you know, family life and stuff. But man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. All the followers that I have, all 100 plus of y'all. I appreciate y'all that keep watching. Again, send me videos y'all want me to react to. Don't forget to follow the page, like, subscribe, and share. Do all that, folks. I appreciate it. I know the algorithms are probably messed up, so my videos probably won't even get pushed like it's supposed to, but it doesn't matter. People who need to see the video will see the video, and you know, start protecting your children out here. Protect your mental. Stop watching the mainstream media, and y'all take care. I'm out.